The June Scrawlrbox just came in the mail today, so let's open it up and see what's inside and then make some art with it. So right off the bat, I see the menu with the list of the art supplies. I see a Scrawlrbox sticker. This time it looks like a lime green to an emerald green watercolor wash, so I'm expecting to see some watercolors. Oh yeah, here we go. We have a watercolor palette. This is the Daler Rowney travel set of 12 colors and 1 paintbrush. I like the size of this one. Some travel sets are like really big and clunky, but this one's thin and slim. That means the same thing. Then we have this little tiny paintbrush. Oh wait. I'm like, what are these notches? Oh, those are more paint. Do they like click in? It looks like just pressure holds them in. There's no like click or notch. There we go. And then I think this is removable. Each pan actually lists the color name on them. I have a bigger hand than mine. Let me reference the documentation here. It just shows it removed. Come on. I cannot get this out. Well, it shows that this little segment with all of the pans is removable so that you have more space to like swatch out colors. Now a big difference between this and some of the other travel palettes that I've seen is that the brush is not a water brush, so it doesn't hold water in it anywhere. So you will need to transport water in a separate container. This sticks right in there and then it closes. Cute. Don't know how to get that pan out of there though. Also there's an itsy bitsy teeny weeny little Posca pen. Well, it's actually 0.7 millimeters. We have a Duo Sticks Frutella. It looks like it's pop flavored, like soda. Oh wait, soda and, is that a lemon? Ooh, it's so squishy. Okay, I know what that is. Kind of tastes like Dr. Pepper and lemon. It's actually pretty good. Then we have 3 pencils here. This is an erasable pencil. I'm not sure what's going on at the tip of it. You see how it's like white and then red? Oh, so this is an erasable colored pencil. It's specially designed to be erasable. Very cool. So that's like a Colorase colored pencil competitor. I'd like to have one that erases better than those, so that would be fun to test. Then we have this green Polychromos Faber-Castell pencil and this brown one. Oh, this is earth green yellowish, and this one is Van Dyke brown. And here is the art print of the month. I really like the softness of it with the pencil lines and the watercolor washes. Oh, and then there's pencil like over top to add shading. This is drawn by Joanna Fee or Fi. I don't know. But you can find them on Instagram at milk2_. And then for paper, oh, this is thick. Oh, and it's got a nice tooth to it. This is the Langton Prestige watercolor paper, and it is 300 GSM and 100% cotton. Ready for it? And the choir? This stuff just feels nice. Can you see the texture? You're supposed to fill those with water and then use them as reservoirs. Let me put this down. I think I filled them too high. Go ahead and swatch these out. So far, I really like the way they activate. They get very soft and easy to like pick up the pigment. Let me see if I can get like a close-up so you can see just how soft it is. Those two colors look exactly the same, or is that just me? This one's burnt sienna. And then we have black. Here you have your 12 colors. I'm also a pretty big fan of the brush, except that it is pretty small and it's gonna be hard to fill large areas. See if this is erasable. Test that out. It's about as erasable as a Colorase colored pencil, especially if we compare it to like these Prismacolors. These probably won't erase at all. For reference. Let me show ya. Oh, wait. What? What? Alright, those seem to be just as erasable. Good to know. I'm a little dumbfounded, I don't really know what to say. And then we have our white Posca. paints really well over the colored pencil. The watercolor's not quite dry. I'll test those when we get there, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Posca works pretty well on almost any surface. I really, really like this drawing, and I kind of want to do like a draw it in my style, especially since I see all of these colors. Oh, except for the blue colored pencil. It looks like they used a blue colored pencil, but like they used a lot of green colored pencil and brown colored pencil, and those are the two colors we happen to have. That's what I would like to do. Oh, and we also have like the red for cheeks, although it looks like these more of an orange. Let's give that a shot. I'm gonna start with the erasable colored pencil and try and draw it very lightly so that if I need to erase it, I can erase most of it. So let's try. First, I'm just going to sketch out the character. Looks like her one leg's out a little. Most of her weight's on this leg. Her head is looking to the left. I think this will be a really good way to test all the art supplies too. I'm gonna turn the head. I kind of like the idea of it looking up and to the right. Just draw a big circle and we can chisel away if we need. Oh, she's wearing a turtleneck. I didn't even notice that. So this arm is kind of just hanging loosely. And then this one is holding a flower pot. Then she has some bangs. Lightly erase some of those lines I don't quite need anymore. Oh, and then there's the plants going around her. Ooh, yes. The seams on the sleeves are right past the shoulder. My favorite to draw. Shade behind there for a little depth. I'm gonna change the shape of the plant. Maybe cut down the number of petals. Oh, her earrings. I always forget like accessories like glasses and earrings. Not sure why. I really like how straight the hair looks in this drawing, but mine keeps ending up a little bit more voluminous. So I really want to try and imitate some of the ways that Joanna drew the hair, because that's definitely something I struggle with personally because they do it so well. The hoop earrings are kind of getting lost in the hair, so I'm gonna have to make a decision here. I want to make them bigger so that they're not like creating that tangent here with the edge of the hair, or if I want to leave them the way they are. Probably should try and fix it. Enlarge them just a bit so that they poke out of the hair. Well, and this is where that pencil not quite erasing is coming in to play. See, there we go. Is that better? It's a little less clogged. I'm not sure I like them better. Alright, I just need to straighten out the planter here. And then I think I can start adding in some colors. I think I want to sharpen the pencil and redo the hoops. They just look really thick compared to everything else. Try that. And a little pointy one. Let's see if I can draw them smaller. Not perfect, but I think we're gonna need to move on. Start trying to find the colors. So it looks like there's a yellow for the shirt. Oh, wait. I think I want to lightly erase everything first so that we don't end up with a really orangey looking drawing. Joanna's drawing isn't all that orange, so it doesn't smudge around, hopefully. Now we have the white Posca, so we don't really have to worry about leaving those stripes when we color those. But let's go ahead and start with the yellow while the brush is really clean. Try to find it. It's almost add a little bit of, this looks pretty good. Might add a little bit more yellow. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and color in the turtleneck with that, avoiding anywhere where we want to draw that plant or hair or anything like that. And then when that dries, we can go over it with the brown pencil. I'm gonna add a little bit more raw umber. I add this color down here to this arm in the back. So we can get just a small bit of contrast there. Can also use it to shade a little bit. I don't know if it's the paper or the watercolors, but I'm really enjoying the way this is working. Every time I try watercolors, I fail so miserably. And I know I've only used one color so far, but this looks the way it looks when other people do it. Okay, now we're gonna use blue. Let's see, which blue do we think? This one's very pastel, so I think we're gonna have to mix a lot of water to either the cobalt blue or the ultramarine. And then maybe even add a lot of water to it so that we can get a lighter tone. Maybe just add water directly there. Ooh, that looks pretty close. Yep, let's do it. I'm gonna avoid over there. It's almost dry, but I don't want to take any chances. Now the cheaper the watercolor paper, the harder it is to layer without it lifting. So that would be interesting to see if this paper works well under that kind of pressure. I think we're gonna have to wait for it to dry and then add some more blue for the stripes because we don't have a blue pencil. We do have the white Posca, so I'll be able to do those lines. All right, next up, let's do the hair. Looks like they're using a very light, maybe just yellow ochre, and then for shading, we might be able to use raw sienna. Or light red, depending on how I'm feeling. The yellow ochre is very orange compared to the hair. Maybe I need to add... what do I need to do? Let me just mix it with this yellow we have. Maybe that'll lighten it up, and then add a little bit more water as well. And that'll lighten it up even more. We can try and use that for the hair. And then of course we're going to use that brown pencil on top of it, which is going to make it look a little closer to brown anyway. No, see, that's way too yellow. Try adding some of that red I liked. Needs more water. Mixing colors. Pretending I know what I'm doing. Okay, that's definitely more close to the color I want though. Oh, and I have that red pencil behind it, which is gonna make it look even more reddish. So brown over top might help with that too. Now to do the skin, I'm gonna have to wait till the hair's dry because I just don't want to risk it bleeding into itself. But we should be able to go over the blue again and add some of these stripes. Not quite darkening up the color yet. I'm using the exact same color and just layering it to see if that's good enough. I just want to see how this dries. Like, it looks good right now when it's wet, but when it dries, it might be completely different. Those are some fun pants. I love them. Next, we could probably do some green. So I'm actually gonna just add this green. It's our only green to this blue. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And then we'll try and do some yellowy greens later on too. Start with this. I'm gonna have to turn the page. Or twist it, I should say. Turning the page kind of means something different usually, doesn't it? I'm gonna add some yellow. Grab some more yellow and add it straight to the green. Ooh, yes, perfect. That's the exact color I wanted. Just mix the colors and get a mid-tone between those two. Kind of fill in some of the white space. And then our dark green will hopefully darken up some more and add even more contrast when we get there. Oh, and we need to color in the flower pot, which was this color. I'm gonna grab the green pencil. Start outlining some of these plants just to see what it looks like. That's interesting. I like that. I like it not being like, not using a fine liner. Do need to sharpen it though, it's getting a little chubby. I'm kind of falling in love with this pencil over top watercolor look. It's just so soft. These ones kind of stick out a lot over there, so I'm gonna add some over here. So it's not so lopsided. Oh, we can do the plant that she's holding too. I do feel like I have to push really hard to get the amount of pigment I want from these pencils. Not sure if that's normal. All right, there we go. I think I'm gonna take the brown pencil and outline some of the... Ooh, look how pigmented that is. I forgot how dark it was. Outline everything. You just go over some of these lines, preferably the ones we like. I wonder if I can use this to sort of darken up some of these stems too. Sharpen it again. Something tells me I'm gonna have to keep this pretty sharp. Fingernails. It's so easy to get an accidentally too fat line. Twist it here so I can get a better angle. It's not looking too bad. I haven't done the face yet. I'm a little nervous about getting the skin tone right. So I thought I'd go ahead and do this first. I will have to practice drawing more dainty things so I can get those hoops right maybe next time. Her hair's definitely more like a dirty brown and mine's a little closer to blonde, but I think it works. Okay, everything's pretty much dry now, so I feel pretty safe trying to go about and doing the skin. Now, I watched a tutorial on how to get a good skin tone, and they say you should add a little bit of blue, but like not a certain type of blue, and I can never remember what that certain type of blue was. But you want to get a color like this, so it's like yellow mixed with a red. And then depending on like how dark or light you want it. And then you're supposed to add like a little bit of blue. But you don't want much, like a tiny smidge. Then when you mix it in, try lightening it up maybe. You could also add more red and see what that looks like. Ooh, see? Look how much vibrant that looks compared to the one we had before. The color we had before. Let's try that one. And if it's light enough, we should be able to get a pretty similar tone, I'm hoping. Start here. Try to avoid the eyes. We do have the white Posca, but I'm gonna try and keep the paper as much as possible. Just do one even wash so that it doesn't look too choppy before we start adding in some like pinks or reds to the cheeks and the lips and the nose. Maybe just use that same color and darken up some of the features first before we add more red or pink. Blend it out a bit. We have that red erasable pencil that we can use for extra blushes. And then we'll obviously go over that with pencil to add details. Alright, I definitely want to let that dry before I touch it. Add some shading here while I'm waiting for the face to dry. Maybe some shadows from the plant. Alright, I definitely want to sharpen the pencil and then try and do the facial features. If I need to, I can always like maybe add even more blush. We'll see. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this face in all its glory. And then we'll try to add some eyelashes. Those eyes ended up a lot bigger than I wanted them to be. Whoops. Now for the nose. And it looks like her mouth's slightly open. You can see the teeth. So we'll have to use the white pen, the Posca pen for that. I don't love this face at all. Grab the brush and add some more red. And even add some of this to like the fingers. Try using the Posca pen. Let's make sure it's prepped. Some highlights. Oh, and we have to add the white stripes. Might have to do a couple layers. Looks a little transparent. Still need some practice with the whole watercolor thing. But I am falling in love with that pencil as a line art look. I'm really happy Scrawlrbox sent those together so that I could try them together for the first time. It's like, it's so soft and like illustrative and I love it. I think a lot of the problems I have with this drawing would have been solved by drawing larger. So maybe if I had drawn directly on the new piece of paper and drawn, you know, bigger. Because I was only able to sharpen this to so much of a point. So a larger canvas would have really benefited me, I think. Or maybe just lack of laziness so that I could just, if I had sharpened it every time it got dull. Yeah, there's my version of, oh, I should write their name on here. At Mill 2. Oh. I just love it. I need more practice. I do want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me unbox the June Scrawlrbox and use the contents to make some art or recreate some art. Would be more accurate. If you're interested in looking more into Scrawlrbox and their subscription service, I will have a link in the description where you can check them out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all next week and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!